Gen Zs and TikTok people will understand this trend I'm about to say. Educate your parents, train your parents. Because if you don't train your parents, they will misbehave outside.
You mean
Okay.
a child you train?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm serious.
Educate us.
Okay, so now it's now turning like
Wait, we are listening.
do you know what it's like? Obita back to this thing called leadership. We've made it seem like because you are the
Yes.
firstborn, you are the leader, or because you are
you're
older,
leader.
Because you are
you are
older, you are
the
the
leader.
leader.
We need to debunk that kind of. If you
Let
don't
us debunk it.
leadership is mindset. It starts from inside. So there, I want to say one Yoruba. They say Adagbama than
Hey.
like it's. I'm not insulting,
in the comments.
but like you are not. You are just old,
You're
but
not
it's
wise.
not. You are not wise.
Mm.
So that is not leadership. You need to be mature. You need to be
So-
old, both inside, mindset, everything before you can say you are a leader. Leaders are responsible people. In fact, you should hold yourself accountable first. You are a leader to yourself before you're a leader to others. Because you cannot even lead yourself, you cannot direct yourself, you cannot give what you don't have.
Welcome to Tebeba Podcast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Tebeba Podcast. Here at Tebeba Podcast, we provide very, very interesting conversations that make people to ask themselves deep questions and also provide answers that help people improve the qualities of their lives. Our conversations also inspire people, making them better versions of themselves. And we are sure that you can testify about that. Today on the show, I'm your host, Sunshine, and I'm not doing this alone. I have with me the delectable SOL.
Hi.
Hi, thank you for joining us. With me also is the intelligent, energetic Mercy.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you, Sunshine.
Thank you for joining us. With me as well is the second lady or the third lady on set, and she is A to the D to the E. Ade. Yes, thank you. Thank you all for doing this with me today. Another table shaking topic, but okay, we will survive it.
That's right.
All right. What are we talking about today? Very simple. Holding leaders accountable. Holding leaders accountable. Maybe your heart is already beating fast, or you're already shifting to the end of your chair. No, just calm down. You're safe. But of course, come along with us on this journey. Now, every one of us has an idea of like who a leader is, who a leader should be, and all of that. And I think that's one of the aspects that we must examine, as well as what accountability really, really means. So who wants to go first?
Leaders are responsible people.
Okay.
So we are all supposed to be. In fact, you should hold yourself accountable first.
Okay.
You should be first, because even the Bible says that we'll give account of whatever we do. So we are supposed to, always hold ourselves accountable.
So it's a personal project
first think about it. You are a leader to yourself before you're a leader to others. Because you cannot even lead yourself, you cannot direct yourself, you cannot give what you don't have.
Okay.
So you need to first of all be able to hold yourself accountable. That is when others are holding you accountable, it should not look like who are you?
It's
Who
like
you
an
be?
attack.
Yeah. So we need to
So
hold
you're saying
ourselves
it's a
accountable.
personal project. It's something
Yes.
that you must first master, like being able to lead yourself in terms of your
Exactly.
daily tasks, your time management, money management, managing people, and all of that. Amazing. Yes. And
I think we are still examining who a leader is. And to me, I would say a leader is someone who actually leads by example. You do, and you are telling people to do what you do.
to do what you do, not what you
Not
say.
what
not what you
exactly.
Okay.
If there is a contradiction between what you do and what you say, then you need to be examined. That
If there's a contradiction,
yeah.
amazing.
That truly, are you a leader? If there is the words you say is different from the words you do, then
Pinned,
you are not.
pinned. The words
you
you
are not
say,
in
the
sync.
words you do. Amazing.
Yeah,
Okay.
you are telling people to wake up early in the morning, 5 a.m. They should gym.
Are you dreaming your dream?
So
You gym before sleeping.
what kind of leader?
You drink before sleeping. Oh God.
what kind of leadership is that? So it is someone who holds his or herself accountable that will like people to hold them accountable.
Just like what she said.
Just like what you said. So if you are true to your word with your action, then when people hold you accountable, you will not feel attacked.
You will not feel attacked. Amazing.
So
Amazing.
this topic is actually sensitive in a way
Yes.
that you might want to talk to some people, to some leaders. Let me put it, not let me say people,
Yeah.
to some leaders.
Okay.
Because actually some leaders are to be held responsible, accountable for whatsoever they do.
Not
But-
some. We all are supposed to be held responsible.
For the whatever.
For
it is
whatever-
we choose.
For
Yes.
whatever. But do you know that in that we will still come to that because there is a concept behind people getting scared and maybe I don't know the word to
Upset.
use, not to hold them accountable.
Okay.
Because they are
defensive.
because they are leaders in
In
a
a
way.
particular
In a particular
sphere
they
of
cannot.
influence. Okay.
They cannot. So we are still going to talk about the concept. Why won't people hold them accountable?
Okay.
But actually, they should.
Okay.
They should.
Okay.
You should always check them. But the first thing that I will now talk about is culture.
Okay.
Is the
Educate us.
culture mindset
Mm.
that in Kotagba about is so agba correct.
That is,
Whatsoever
he's trying to say that
an
the elder,
elder
whatever an older person
says
is
the
correct.
final, is
It's
the
fine.
The
correct.
elder never lies.
You don't check it.
Mm.
You don't say how. You don't, I believe in the last 30, 40, 50 years to this time, you cannot even look up to an elderly
When
person when
speaking
he's
with them.
speaking. You bow your head, yes sir. Yes, sir. Is that the kind of leader?
And
you want
when
to say
they're
you
even
are doing
talking
wrong?
to you, back then, you have to remove your glasses because who are you to wear?
I'm telling
wear
what you said
shade?
now. What you said.
Or you wear
it
cap.
happened to me. Whenever I'm speaking with and I'm using, I can. There is something
That
in
body
me that
language.
we just. I will feel like.
What if you cannot see them?
Thank you.
Let me ask you a
I will just
question.
feel like, let me remove it.
Let me
That-
ask you a question.
Hold on, that because I'm using it, I'm disrespecting them.
Or even
Oh
if you're
my
making
God.
cap.
Wow, so it's a kind of a culture that has built in her heart, in her mindset, that you cannot ask leader, how did you do it? Why did you give me this? Why did you ask me to do this? So it's not the fault of such leader, but it's a kind of the mindset that they've
Grown up
The
with.
culture that's been built around
Exactly.
it.
So
Mm.
please let me ask my question before I forget. You know, she said that leaders are people who are able to regulate themselves and manage and lead themselves. And now you're talking about culture. Now, what if that saying that you said that the elder is always correct and all is based on it, or let me say it was when it was first said that sentence was based on the assumption that the leader is the elder person is always honest. What if it was based on an assumption that older people are usually wiser and more experienced? What if it was based on the assumption that the older person is not trying to cheat the younger one? So what if that statement is now becoming outdated because we are seeing older people that are none of the above? So what can you say to that? Do you want to say? Wait, do you want
There's
to
a
say
yoga that is coming to my mind. I don't know if I should say it.
Ade sounds like she has a lot of experience. I don't know why she's clearing her throat. So what's happening?
She actually has some personal beefs with some generations.
Sorry, what Ma said is very, very correct. I have like a very, very big beef. Like
Please,
older
should we have to
generation.
grill the beef? Do we need to bring it
I don't
back?
know.
Got it.
My fellow Gen Zs and TikTok people will understand this trend I'm about to say. Educate your parents, train your parents. Because if you don't train your parents, they will misbehave outside.
You mean
Okay.
a child you train?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm serious.
Educate
I'm-
us.
Okay, so now it's now turning like.
Wait, we are listening.
Do you know what it's like? Obita Abato.
Okay.
The parent that we do not train.
Because
Okay.
It might sound.
Please, I want to learn because I'm not a parent.
But it's not
This is the first
actually
time I'm
funny.
hearing
It is
this.
very serious. It is very serious, and I've said this like different times, and I've watched a lot of videos. Because as a mother, like parents are leaders, yes,
Of
they are
course.
leaders. That is one thing we should pinpoint. Parents are leaders, and like Mr. Michael said, leaders are what elders. But
Okay.
most
No,
times,
sorry. You still see what you're saying. I
Okay.
think that this thing called leadership, we've made it seem like because you are the
Yes.
firstborn, you are the leader, or because you
Or
are
the only
older,
leader.
Because you are
you are
older, you are the
leader.
leader.
So we need to debunk that kind of. If you
Please,
don't
debunk it.
leadership in mindset, it starts from inside. So I want to say one Yoruba, they say Adagbama dan.
Hey.
Like I'm not insulting, but like you are just old,
You're
but
not wise.
you're not wise.
Mm.
So that is not leadership. You need to be mature. You need to be
So-
old, both inside, mindset, everything, before you can say you are a leader. Not that
She has
type that
not
is saying,
finished
yes,
educating
please,
us.
you say. Not that type that you are saying, this is what you have to do, but you are not doing it. That is not leadership. So please continue.
So a particular guy came online and he was like, he wants to share a story. He was in a bus, yeah. Then this there was an elderly woman. Don't let me call her an old woman. An elderly woman. Apparently in the bus there was one particular chair that was no good. But since that chair is not good, the let's say the ticket was 6K. So the driver told the woman that if you are going to sit on the one that is not good, you're going to pay 4K. The woman was like, oh, I'm good with it. Because she does not want to pay 6K.
I think I know what's happening as well. Okay.
So she sat down. Then she sat down on the chair that was good because the bus was not filled yet. Then the bus became filled. Then it was remaining a good seat and a bad seat. Then a young lady came. She paid for the good seat, 6K, yeah. Then she told the mother, mommy, the bus is about to move. Can you move to your seat, please? I want to sit in my
seat.
oh." Then the woman was like, you are very rude.
Ah. From
In fact, the
where?
girl was not even disrespectful. She was like, that's the way I would talk to mommy, please, can you move to your seat? I want to sit on my seat here. The woman was like, you are very rude. You don't have respect.
Ah.
Can't you? Why would you speak to me like that? The girl, I love my generation. She was not even respectful. She was like, I'm sorry, ma. Please, can you move to your seat? That's how the woman came out and said that. I'm almost seeing. That's so spoiled.
Wow.
I'm not the one that told you to pay 4K. Oh.
Have you?
Then, as if that was not enough, the man started calling her a prostitute. That is a very bad behavior.
That's very common.
That's very
common.
There's
There's this judgmental thing.
Wow.
There's this judgmental thing.
Dressing like in a very, very modest way. She was wearing like a jeans and top that was covering the jeans. You understand me? Then the man started calling her Mashe Okiniko. As if that was not enough. The woman came to, like it was in a marketplace here. The woman came there, started shouting, this, that, this. The lady was not like that, ma, please let's stop this. You understand? The driver was like, Mama, I won't don't let us do this. That's how the woman started dragging the girl that
Where?
Guess what the girl did? The girl gave the woman a very hot slap.
Oh my god.
And I said, fun fact, the girl was feeling very guilty. Immediately she slapped the woman. She was like, you see what you cause now? Then she called her elder sister or somebody was like, apparently the girl has been working for 3 days straight. She was tired. She was mentally, and something that our elders don't understand is they don't understand the emotional
Mental health.
They don't want to hear mental
You
health.
don't have
whatever,
emotional
whatever.
intelligence.
Thank you. The girl was like, she was crying on the phone that then this woman started calling
And she
me,
has tried
"Why-
her best to
thank
manage
you.
the
Do I-
situation
the girl was
despite
like,
that.
She was
do I look like a
triggered.
prostitute? Do I look like this? Do I look like many instances like that? Another girl said, cotton board like
Yeah.
broke into her ear. She went to the school, not even in a school environment. She went to the school like health center. Although she has not done her medicals yet and stuff. She was begging the nurses that please, something broke into my ear. It is an emergency. Please, can I see the doctor? The man was like, they were like, have you done your medical? She said no, that she's sorry. She apologized that I'm sorry, I've not done my medical. Then the next thing this man said, if you cannot pay money, get out of here.
Wow.
That if she cannot bribe them, the woman started crying. Maybe I said the woman, the girl started crying. Then I think it got to the notice of the doctor. The doctor came and the doctor was like, sorry, baby girl and stuff. So as the doctor was removing the kidney, she was still crying. The doctor was like, are you a baby? Why are you crying? The girl told her what happened. What would you expect the doctor to do? Apologize and be like, oh, sorry about that. We'll talk to them. The doctor was like, you are very rude. Why would you say they were trying to
Where are all
get
these
money
people
from?
coming from? And so the person was not
That's
likely
serious.
to believe
Exactly.
that actually happened.
So is it those kind of people or those kind of elders that we call our leaders?
You want to.
Wow.
And there's this thing that there's this golden rule. I don't even know the golden rule. Do unto others what you want them to do to
Of
you.
course, yes.
If it was the younger generation that was doing this to the older generations, we won't hear the end of it.
Reverse is the case.
That's
So
why
that means there's like an obsession with
Gen Z are
respect.
very, very spoiled. Almost saying one bad, like, come on, we are not even rude.
If
We are not rude.
if you
They
can
are.
have a culture,
It's not a general thing.
Yeah, I think
You can
that's my
speak for
issue with
yourself.
issue. Yeah, I think that's the
No,
thing.
you can actually speak for yourself. There are some people that are rude.
Yes, there are.
Well,
But in these situations, like, God help us.
women know.
If you
Yeah.
can have a culture whereby there is a space that you can actually probe your leader. We have church leaders that they are they are nothing to write home about. I mean, you can see their lives, and there are a lot of things that are wrong, but people will just keep quiet.
And there's this thing that when you light a candle, the candle cannot see beneath it.
Yes.
It is you that you're looking at it that can see. So,
True.
and it now becomes a very difficult thing for leaders to like take correction or to be corrected.
To accept feedback, to even
They
ask
can't.
for feedback.
Not even that. It becomes difficult because people are seeing you up there. They are looking at you as, hey,
Perfection.
can I correct this person? So if you're a leader that you do not open yourself to correction, to being accountable, to being responsible, to telling your followers, fellow leaders that, see, if I am wrong, tell me.
Yeah,
I used
so
to tell
approach
Ade,
matters.
I used to tell
Approach
Ade that,
matters.
see, if I should offend you, please tell me. Because for me, everybody deserves to be respected. My children, when they offend me, I tell them, when I offend them, I tell them I am sorry. And I tell them, say, I don't like
So
this
it's a
thing you
big
did.
thing, oh.
So,
It's a big thing, oh.
yes, it is everywhere. Parenting, in school, in
schools, at
churches, everywhere. So it is very applicable. So as a leader, you must present yourself as somebody that, see, you can be wrong. Please, you are human. You are not perfect.
Yes.
So you should not just when you now do something wrong, it's not the end of the world.
Exactly.
So
I-
don't
I
feel like
they probably feel like
sorry,
doing
can we
when
drag
they do something
leadership
wrong,
back to
Kabi.
politics, please? Just for a minute.
Just wait. So that means they feel like when they do something wrong, it takes away from who they are.
yes,
their identity
but that is
and
not
all.
it.
And it
That
also
is not
creates
at all.
a very terrible cycle. So that means people. So for instance, you mentioned church leaders. You mentioned leaders in every way. So if we create a mindset or a culture that, oh, once a leader does something wrong, that makes every contribution the person has made invalid. Now that you're training the younger people coming ahead, that you too, when you become a leader in any position, let's say your own leadership is now by position, you must do everything possible to cover your mistakes.
To cover it up.
Don't let people know that you make mistakes. So we tend to now bring about mindsets that are unhealthy. Leaders in positions begin to have identity crisis. Because it's not like,
Exactly.
I don't have anybody I can tell my issues and
True.
all of that.
They cannot be
I'm a
vulnerable
public
with
figure.
anybody.
I cannot be,
Mm.
So I think these are issues and they cause these people to be dying on the inside.
True.
Actually. Yes.
True.
So dragging it back to politics.
You said dragging. The way you say dragging.
She has even
You said
dragged
giving
it.
violence.
Drag it back down to politics.
Okay, we are with you.
I'm not even talking about just leadership. Oh. He said holding leaders accountable. Can we hold our political leaders accountable?
Okay.
You said okay.
Everybody just went silent for me. Can we hold them accountable?
That's
Okay.
Is you okay for me?
Because no, it still boils back to what I was trying to say. When you don't see yourself as someone that can be held accountable, you see yourself as superior.
So
You see yourself as, who are you? You cannot talk to me anyhow, or you cannot. So there's no how we'll be able to. It's even let's look at Nigeria. Look at what happened. EndSARS. There was peaceful
RIP to
protest,
the life lost.
and then, yeah, amen. So there was peaceful protest, and then see how they turned everything upside down. There's
We
nothing.
don't know what happened. The government doesn't know what happened. They don't know.
Okay, because we know what happened, but the government said they didn't.
They don't know what
Nothing.
happened.
So like, really, we all need to speak to ourselves, our leaders up there, because we all are leaders.
we all are leaders,
So,
yes.
Charity begins at home,
I would
right?
ask.
So sorry, please,
Yeah,
what kind of
continue.
leaders are our leaders up there raising? What kind of leaders are we ourselves becoming? So if everybody can become a leader, and I'm not
Real
saying
sense
that
of
a
the
bad
word.
leader, because once you're a bad leader, you're not a leader.
Yes.
So if everybody can become a leader, then we have a better nation.
You want to say something, sir?
Okay, yes. I wanted to put it in a way that how we can find a kind of balance,
Okay.
and how the other side, you said we should hold them accountable, right? How should we do this holding accountable?
So I was going to say something to what she said, yes, about how to hold them accountable.
Okay.
Because one
You
of
still
the
want to
things-
ask you
You also answer the question.
Yes, I'm still.
Okay.
So if you want to hold them accountable, there is not actually a particular way though. But one of the things that needs to be there is you need to should I say respect or give them honor. Yes, you have to present the matter in an honorable way.
Okay.
very key.
So you won't just let's use a head of a department
Okay.
for an example. A head of a department that is found in extortion, that is found in harassing girls, and you want to hold them. You cannot just go and protest and say, come out. Oh, you cannot just. Why can't be a committee
Okay.
of reasonable people go there, present their case and their petitions or whatsoever, and tell such person that why are you doing this? And if you do this, and I mean, it will include the school authority and all of
in
that.
situation.
And this can also be set up in churches or in every leadership role area or community or industry that
Like a disciplinary committee.
just like this, that you can go there and be vulnerable. I mean, that you can speak out, because another thing is
And not
when
be
you
judged.
speak out and not be judged.
Judged.
Another thing is when you speak out, they can come against you.
Mhm.
Are you the Moses for them?
Sure.
Are you the one that wants to lead? And they will deal with you. It's something that has happened. This can happen in church, in school, whereby you want to,
Of
want to
course.
hold an elder or a leader
Accountable.
for something, and they will be like, "Are you the one that it happened to?
Mm.
Why do you want to become?"
They
the
don't want
Moses?
advocates.
They don't want
yes.
an advocate. So
I'm sorry, I remember when we were in school, there was one issue
where
we were struggling with our department, and no lecturer wanted to be held accountable for that fault. Like, there was this distribution of carryovers, courses that never even existed. And once you want to go and complain, no lecturer wanted to guide
be on
you.
your side.
In fact, they were even criticizing that, no, you will not do this thing. Because, and they will tell you, do you want to go and mention my name? So that matter really dragged. It affected our service here and everything. So why can't we become real leaders actually?
So I think that at this point, one of the things that we must also emphasize is that people need to understand that whether you have a position or not, you should have a mindset of, you see that golden rule that you mentioned. I feel like that's just it. No matter your faith, at this point, it's not a matter of faith now. Coming to the fact that all of us are humans, just do what you would like
Want
to be
people
done
to
to.
do.
Now, there are bodies for disciplinary action in politics. You understand? There is the judiciary, there is this commission, there is that commission. I don't want to start mentioning names. So, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There are commissions in charge of different crimes, different this. But the challenge now is that we have people who don't understand that their leadership role is for service, who have used their power to stifle these commissions. They have used their power. That time they were there, either
They
in one
gained.
position or the other. They've interfered in the processes, right? And that is why it's as if the disciplinary committees or the checks and balances agencies seem to not be working well in the political side. So I love how you use the example of schools, right, and other areas. But I think we should remember that it is people who make up institutions. One of the things we learned in my time in uni as well is that institutions and their set of processes. It is people that run processes, right?
Yeah.
So the mindset of the people that are running the processes matters a lot.
True.
So leaders in any position should think about that. I'm not going to die in this position. Like, I'm going to leave one day.
Yes.
So when I leave, what is the next person going to come at me? Because now many of these disciplinary committees and commissions have been bastardized to the extent that people don't even bother to go there. They don't know if it has happened, that's happened. There's nothing I can do. And it is wrong. So it kills that drive for justice in the political sector. Not to now talk of in other areas. Because they look at that. If you can't get justice in the political area, in the courts, in this and that, why would I be stressing myself over one school matter, one church matter and all? And it is wrong because it means that justice can never be safe. That's the mindset people now have. Just pray that it doesn't happen to you. Anyhow.
Wait, I
And
want
it's
to
sad.
ask: Is it true that there are some people that are untouchable, unquestionable?
That's what I'm talking about.
That's why
the culture they have
they
created.
said
Is
the
it
law,
true? Is it
nobody is
true?
above the law. But in reality, some people are above
The
the
law is beneath their
Maybe
feet.
that is very, very wrong about rule of law. It does not apply in Nigeria. It does not apply here.
Seriously,
even
because-
outside Nigeria, at this point, there is looking like that democracy thing. Maybe it was that time that it was
It
for
was in the time of Abraham Lincoln.
that it was
now.
applying.
No. Is it true that there are some people that are untouchable, unquestionable?
That's what I'm talking about.
That's why
the culture they have
they
created.
said
Is
the
it
law,
true? Is it
nobody is
true?
above
Really?
the law. But in reality, some people are above the
The
law.
law is beneath their
Maybe
feet.
that is very, very wrong about rule of law. It does not apply in Nigeria. It does not apply here.
Seriously,
even
because-
even outside Nigeria, at this point, there is looking like that democracy thing. Maybe it was that time that it was
It
for
was in the time of Abraham Lincoln.
that it was
now.
applying.
No.
Wow.
We should not encourage leaders not be held accountable.
Mm.
And while we that wants to make them accountable, while we are doing so, we should do it with maturity and with
With
honor.
respect,
We should
yes.
Can I
respect
counter you a
and-
little bit? Mark talked about NSAS. That NSAS protest, was it a violent protest? It was very, very peaceful.
Mhm.
It was,
And it was an attempt at
it-
holding them accountable too.
thank you. And it is
Yeah.
our right to protest, of course. But wasn't that in a respectful way? What ended it at the end of the day?
Mm.
That's one of the reasons why I'm saying that they should. We've talked
Yeah,
about it. They
the
should have
two
the mindset
sides.
that they can.
Be held
They can be held
accountable.
accountable.
Exactly.
Our elders, I want to be specific. They need respect.
Yes.
Bible says it now. Like, there's this hierarchy today. You need to respect.
Of
It is
course.
very important. And while we are respecting leaders, please don't just see it as this is my Oyedele, like my yes. And then you now take respect as if then it leads to pride. You start
Yes.
causing fear, bullying the younger generation.
Yes.
No, why people are giving you respect, it doesn't mean that you cannot be wrong.
Yeah, of course.
Pastors can be wrong. They are not
Yes.
angels. So even angels are still under their work. They are under leadership. So we can be wrong.
Yes. Anyone can be wrong.
Don't now say that because you are now wrong and it's what has happened, the culture and everything. Like leaders have to be perfect and everything. Now, we did not even talk about the workplace.
I'm coming there. So what I
Like-
was going to ask now is that, we've been talking about holding leaders accountable, right? Now, let's understand. Sometimes what we call toxic is actually an attempt to keep us on our toes. How do I mean? For instance, you work in a particular place. You're probably an entry-level person or you're an intern or maybe you're working there for 6 months, whatever, but you've not stayed too long. Now, maybe you turned in a piece of work and your supervisor already gave you the guidelines of how you're supposed to do it. And the person now comes to tell you that you didn't do this thing the way you were supposed to do it. The challenge we have, because of what we said, that we have a culture where we don't take feedback well. Now, because we don't take feedback well, some of us will see it as, they are affecting my mental health. They are disturbing me. They are this. Now, you must be ready to take correction at the level you are before you get anywhere else. Because the truth is, the tree does not start from the top. It starts from you, like you grow up. So whether it's a career, whether it's a business or anything, be ready to take feedback and to ask for it and take it graciously. So what I'm trying to say is, as much as we are saying, because it's easy for us to sit here and say, we must hold leaders accountable. We ourselves must be comfortable with being held accountable. You won't always do 100% work. And you should be ready to get you a scorecard that looks like red flag. That this
If
thing
you don't want to be held
at
accountable by your leader, what of your clients? One client will now tell you like they will wash you down like this.
I
Then
like, I don't even know what
they
I'm
are
doing
going
here.
to pay you. Your money for food is coming from them. You will now say you don't want to be held accountable. Okay, you will be hungry.
So accountability is something that is important so that the institutions in our societies continue to work. Don't forget, it's not restricted to the church or school or politics. Everything, every area where we have people interacting with one another, with processes every day, they really matters to the growth and well-being of our communities. And don't forget, we keep talking about mindset and cultures. These things are not fixed. Human beings created these cultures. So human beings can actually correct them and make them work properly. Mindsets can be renewed, right?
Yeah.
And so we must be intentional about these things. Look at models that are working and see why they are working so you can imbibe the positive qualities. It's been so interesting speaking with everybody, listening to our examples and sharing insights. We really look forward to your comments. What have been your experiences? What are you taking away from this? Don't forget to share this podcast with everyone around you.
Yeah.
Follow us across social media, subscribe, like, and also go check out our premium sponsor, Tebeba Publisher, all across social media and our website. Till we'll come your way again. Bye.
Bye.